holding a juvenile Duro spider. Until next time, for the Farm Monitor, I'm Ranger Nick, reminding you, like I always do, that enthusiasm is contagious. Well, how about that beautiful shot? High above a beautiful pollinator garden right here on the campus of UGA Tifton. And I found myself on the way down here today pondering the title of stewardship. What is stewardship? And in particular, what is pesticide stewardship? And I find myself running right into Dr. Randell-Singleton. Dr. Randell-Singleton specializes in pesticide stewardship as an assistant professor and extension specialist in the Department of Crop and Soil Sciences at UGA. And Doc, in front of this beautiful plot, when you say pesticide stewardship, caring for pesticides, talk to me about how this relates to your world.
Yeah, sure. So pesticide stewardship is really a concept of how we use pesticide products. That's herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides. Using those products in a way that not only supports our farm, our agronomic goals, increasing yield, protecting our crop from pests, but also using those products in a way that is sustainable. So using the products in a way that keeps that product in the field where we intend it to go, protecting the consumer, protecting ourselves, the applicator, but also protecting the environment around us, supporting that environment around us. And so thinking about pesticide stewardship, a big part of that is supporting species that may be a little bit more sensitive to our stressors as humans. And that includes pollinator species. And so here we have a pollinator plot where we're working using pesticides to create these habitats for species that may need a little additional help.
And not to mention studying this at UGA Tifton, but also how beautiful this looks and the aesthetic appeal of an agricultural field, what that could do for folks in the area to encourage them to explore more about ag and get them excited. Habitat for wildlife?
Habitat for
You're
wildlife.
studying that as a pesticide stewardship specialist. All right, so we've moved down the road a couple of miles over here to Ponder Farm, still part of UGA Tifton. And Doc, I know that that field didn't by accident look how beautiful it was. Obviously, some planting had to occur, and we're standing in front of a table with some beautiful seeds. Where do we go from here? How do you mix this?
Yeah, so we're doing a lot of research to better understand how do we install these pollinator habitats on the farm to the point that they're going to be successful. And what we're finding is our biggest challenge in doing that is managing weeds. And so we're doing work to better understand how to manipulate the planting method, how do we manipulate what ratio of the different components of the seeding mix will help us cover that ground quickly and control weeds. And so what we do before we start any study is we want to see what ratio of those species is going to be appropriate for getting quick ground cover, quick blooms. And we start here in our outdoor laboratory. We have our different seeds, we have a scale, and we actually have an oil dry mixture as well. It's basically just cat litter.
Okay.
That provides us a bulking agent so that when we measure out however many seeds we need, we can mix that all together with our oil dry, and that'll help keep everything in a nice suspension as it goes through our planting equipment. So what we do, we measure out our different components depending on our protocol, and then we add everything into this very scientific concrete mixer. This has been modified just a little bit to provide a good mechanism for getting that seed really mixed up well. So this is what we use to create our mixture. We pull our seed out of this mixture and we'll put it into our planting equipment next.
So that tractor right there is responsible for the way this field looks. Doc, this is a beautiful place. I know this wasn't by accident, but you're telling me that tractor had a mixture of seeds like we just mixed. You put it out here and you're studying this now? Explain that.
Yeah, so actually we want to get a better understanding of how can we provide extended weed control in pollinator habitats. Again, we're dealing with some pretty aggressive weeds. This is palm amaranth here, very present in many of our agriculture fields.
Grows faster than the pollinators, okay.
And so when we plant the pollinator mix, we need to be in a clean field to start with, and then we can manipulate the planting like we've talked about. But one of the most important pieces of this puzzle is that herbicides provide that extended weed control that we need to ensure we don't have the competition from weeds. So we're actually studying that here. We're looking at different herbicides that we can apply just after seeding, but before the plants emerge, to extend that weed control. Because most people don't think about the value that a pesticide could bring to a pollinator habitat. But when we establish these sites on farm, the use of pesticides, specifically herbicides, in that establishment period is critical. We've got to be able to control those weeds, and pesticides really bring value to that environmental objective.
And that's what I love to hear you say. There's value in pesticides. I've learned a lot. Doc, thank you for this month.
Thank you for coming.
I have really enjoyed it, and I've learned a lot. So y'all know what to do while you're planting yourself in front of the computer or the television. Check out the Farm Monitor Facebook page and the Ranger Nick Facebook page. And until next time, for the Farm Monitor, I'm Ranger Nick, reminding you, as always, that enthusiasm is contagious. So pass it on. Y'all, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you right back here again next month. See ya. Holding a juvenile Juro spider. Until next time, for the Farm Monitor, I'm Ranger Nick, reminding you, like I always do, that enthusiasm is contagious.